What is the EU's long-term budget?
For the EU to fulfil its commitments, stable and predictable funding is essential. The long-term budget sets out the EU's priorities over the coming years, much like the budget of a national government. The EU budget pools resources investing in projects that have widespread benefits. Unlike member states, the EU cannot run a deficit. The next long-term budget will run for 7 years, from January 2021 until the end of 2027.
How does this budget affect my everyday life?
The EU budget goes to regions and cities, to farmers, businesses and young people, from building transport systems to securing our borders, helping victims of natural disasters and cooperation in research. It improves our lives in many aspects.
Where does the money come from?
The EU has several sources of revenue. Most of the funding comes from member state contributions. There is also money from import duties on products from the rest of the world coming into our common market, and fines imposed on companies breaking EU competition rules. Parliament is proposing a simplified revenue system and new sources of income, like a corporate tax, a plastics tax, and income from the EU's carbon trading scheme.
What will the budget fund? And what are the Parliament's priorities?
The long-term budget provides a framework for EU investment in areas ranging from environment and agriculture to migration, security and international relations. MEPs want more support for research and innovation, environment and climate, Europe's small and medium-sized businesses and the fight against youth unemployment. Parliament also wants to maintain funding for farmers, fisheries and poorer regions.
Who decides the size of the budget and how it's negotiated?
The Commission made its initial budget proposal in May 2018. This is the basis for negotiations between the European Parliament and the Council, which represents the Member States. The European Parliament, which outlined its priorities in November 2018, will have to give its final approval for the long-term budget to come into force.